everybody. Welcome. It is Sunday, and it's time for a little Strahd Sux here on Indigo Chameleon. We are so excited to be able to play some D&D with everybody. To everybody in the chat, hi, hello. Chef Alad. Hello. Hi.
Didn't see there.
I didn't see you. They're coming in. The water's fine. Chef Aladeth, Minnie B, Beth, Macy. Hi, everybody. I hope everybody has had a good weekend. It's been a long weekend and things of that sort. I know for some. So yeah, we got some cool stuff coming down the pipeline. We might or might not have the continuation of the one shot this week, but stay tuned to the Discord on Thursday for the latest and greatest. Today is Sunday, but on Wednesday you can join us for some Unbroken Veil New Orleans. It's been some pretty interesting stuff as the group is trying to get to the moon. To stop. We're going to the moon.
What does it all mean?
Where the group is trying to stop an intergalactic war between the Githyanki and the Githzerai. It's going to be a fun time. They're either riding on a rocket ship provided to them by the realm of the imaginary friends, led by a very enigmatic taxi driver, which I am borrowing profusely, or what is the other? They're going to the town of Eureka, which I'm very excited about. So, Chef Aladeth, what a gift you've given me. A wild magic surge for the DM when he needs and wants it. I love you. And speaking of, look at these amazing players for tonight's game. Woo! So upcoming schedule is that Wednesday, Thursday, and then Sunday is Strahd Sux. But stay tuned to the Discord for the latest and greatest. Not only do we do cool stuff here on the channel, which you can check out on the Discord or checking out on the merch store. One more. I get 2 wild magic surges. Excellent. Magnolia, you've just been given a level up by Meowdith with Daps. So thank you, Meowdith. Yes, this is fully interactive game of D&D. You can do all sorts of fun stuff here. The bag of awesomeness has been restocked, and you will see it on the rewards list. And there's some cool stuff in the bag. It always comes with a legendary magical item and some other nifty gifties. So stay tuned for that. Not only can you catch us doing cool stuff on this channel, but you can also listen to cool podcasts like Jousting Through Jacinto. No, it does not go in the no. Ryan, tell us a little bit about Jousting Through Jacinto.
Hi, gang. You can find me on Jousting Through Jacinto on Google and Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that good kind of stuff. We are working our way through our second season. The gang has traveled to new places, found new allies, found a grand bazaar in the middle of an ancient dragon skeleton. It's very fun. In a place that I wasn't ready to develop yet. So here we are.
Maybe found love?
Found love, lost love, and maybe found it again.
I got flirted with and said no.
Aww. Look, consent is key, even in D&D.
But come find us. Come listen to us. The second season just started, so we're dropping episodes every Wednesday.
Stay tuned for that and listen in. It's a good time. You can also check out some of the cool cosplay that Cassandra Cosplay is doing. Hey, Cass, where can people check out the cool stuff you're doing?
On Instagram and TikTok at Cassandra Cosplay.
Do you got a special event coming up, don't you? The Scooby-Doo?
Yeah, we're doing a charity live stream. We just moved it to the 26th, Saturday the 26th. It's going to be for the Trevor Project, for the Trevor Project Foundation, and we're going to be doing a live reading of the Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed script. It's very fun.
It's a great movie. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that.
I also didn't realize I was not wearing my hat, my beanie, until I looked at the camera and I was like, "What's wrong with my head?"
What's going on? Yeah.
How the turntables.
How the turntables have turned. I think that's it for announcements. I think that's it for upcoming stuff here on the channel. I know I have 2 wild magic surges that I can play with.
That's terrible.
That's very good.
We don't like that.
The 1050, what's that for?
Yeah, what's
One
that
big
for?
unit.
Yeah.
He's sitting at the table.
For funsies.
For fun.
I have 3 wild magic surges that
Not for you. That's for fun. Yeah, it's not funsies.
Okay.
For 150, you could buy yourself a level up.
Yeah.
No, nice.
What's happening?
What's going on?
How about this?
For funsies.
For funsies, roll me a d6.
Funsies?
Who's gonna get the funsies?
That's a terrifying sentence.
Oh my god. Okay.
I was told that camping once, and that's what I had.
Anyway.
6.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hi.
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 Okay.
Oh no. Hi. We're gonna have so many problems here soon.
We're so excited.
I'll say this. He's going for funsies. He doesn't know what he's going to buy. I'll say this. You have a boon. Okay? That's all I'm going to say what it is. You've got a boon. Okay? That boon can be used at any point in tonight's game. Okay? To assist with something. It'll be helpful to the current situation that you're in. Think of it as like a mild channel divinity. Bought for you by one big Uno. You don't know.
Divinity too.
Yeah, this is kind of this is Kat looking down and being like, "Hello, God, it's me. Help, please." Yeah, are you there, God? It's me, Fiona. Like, so you've got a boon tonight where you can reach out to a God, and God will come down and be like, "I will help you in this way."
Thank you, God.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't believe it.
Heroes.
Thanks, God.
Heroes. Thanks, God. You're welcome.
Call to the God one big Uno.
Thanks. Aw, I've always wanted to be one.
You know what? The god is Fix and Dash, an enigmatic little druid who's got a little pet squirrel. The squirrel has achieved godhood at a certain point tonight. You can, and I'll say that this carries over almost like a Pokeball. You can summon this cute little
Squirrel god.
cute little, what is he, a gnome?
He's a halfling.
Halfling with a squirrel god on his shoulder, and they will assist you in only the way that Fix and Dash can assist you.
I love that Dash achieved godhood, just took Fix with him.
Yeah.
He was not too sharp. It makes sense.
Heroes, everybody give me a D20.
Fantastic. Ah.
10. Sorry.
7.
19.
19? 8?
3.
3?
9.
Right, tell us what happened last week. Or 2 weeks ago. We had the Super Bowl shenanigans. Yeah.
So what happened last time was we finished up Death House. With a couple highlights from that is we got Serteri. We found the talking skull. That was fun. We found out there was a lich in the bottom of Death House. There was a decision made, and everyone made that decision but Patches, and he got left behind.
No grudge. No grudge. All love.
It's fine.
All love.
He was so angry that entire ride.
OC.
But out of context rhymes. But yeah, and then we found your brother.
We met the Burgermaster.
Burgermeister.
You find yourselves at Barovia Beach,
Yes.
and as you went to Barovia Beach, the Burgermeister was summoned. You know this because his right-hand man, Ismark, showed up and said that he was on his way. Ismark is like sort of a big, beefy guy, blonde hair, shortly cropped, and in walks the Burgermeister, the guy that's kind of running the whole shebang, and it turns out Connie knows him. He comes running forward and wraps up Connie in a big, big hug, and that is immediately where we're picking up. After Chef Aladeth gave Connie a little bit of a bless for a sash. It was very sweet. So heroes, this individual kind of sweeps up. This individual is incredibly handsome. As he walks up, he's almost oozing charisma and things of that sort. He wraps up Connie in a gigantic hug. He's got these emerald green eyes that seem to shine a little bit. Magically of sorts as he looks out at the group. He's got this curly brown hair. He's wearing ostentatious clothing, but he looks uncomfortable in it, almost as if this individual was used to wearing, a white shirt, if that, you know what I mean, most of the time. But as he comes into the space, he sort of wraps up Connie in a big hug and just sort of looks around the space and just gives everybody like smiles and nods and stuff like that. And his eyes kind of stop as he trails the group, and he goes, well, you all look eerily familiar to me. Is this your new little, your party, your group?
These are my friends. We were in the circus, Mr. Parnham Circus together, and then when Strahd crashed our Zeppelin into the ground, and then we started adventuring, but we were all together, and we've been together, and that's where we were in that house, and then there was like some evil gods and stuff, and then things happened, and we disappeared, but then Patches showed up, and the whole thing was destroyed.
Mood, yeah. No. I've been there. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've been anywhere but Barovia. So I'm pleased.
Yeah, what happened to you? How'd you end up here?
That's a.
Did you fly in on a Zeppelin too?
No. That would have been a much better entrance. I'm a little jealous. Usually I'm the one making an entrance. No. How I got here is it's an odd story, and he sort of looks about the space and sees a few individuals, and he goes, "You're the tree man."
Well, been called many things in my life.
Why do I know that? You're the tree man?
Yeah.
You're the swamp kid, right? You were littles. Sorry, I apologize. You were very small. Of course you were small. You grew up and things of that sort, but... and you're the mother, right? The little one, the wee ones, the bairns.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest.
I want to say the second that she saw him come in the door.
Yeah.
Before he had a chance to see her, she would have wild shipped into a spider.
Yeah, absolutely. He goes. So give me a stealth check. I'll just say this. It'll be contested against his perception at this point, as he sort of is looking about the space, eyes wide and things of that sort.
Not great.
Okay.
A 6.
A 6. All right. You kind of shrink down a little bit and just sort of stand on the table, or you go like.
I would probably make my way into Connie's hat.
Okay.
On the brim.
I was gonna say I can help.
Yeah.
Just on the brim, but I wouldn't have done it like, "Hey, I'm spider climbing on you."
It's just a super chill, like crawling up in the hat and things of that sort. And so I was like, elephant girl, huh? You were on top of the big.
Oh yeah, tiny. Thank you. I mean, because I don't look like an elephant.
No, you don't. No.
But I have an elephant.
Okay.
I mean, not right now.
You're not going to believe this, but I actually know this. I've seen all of you here before. Why don't you come back to the house and I can do a wee bit of explain. God, it's good to see you. Are you feeding? Are you all right?
I haven't eaten in a while.
Oh.
I haven't fed in a
All
while.
right. No. I can help a wee bit with that. We've got some individuals of an unsavory sort, so perhaps I can let you loose in the dungeon for a little bit. Just don't drain them dry and things like that.
Just tell them some facts about dungeon history and the history of cages and bars and locks. Locks have really interesting...
Oh my God, no, stop, you almost got me.
Oh,
You almost did it again. I swear to God, growing up with him, it was always the case. He goes, come with me, please. He goes, Ismark, come up ahead and tell the servants to just prepare some food. Get the drinks out, get the good drinks, please, and I'll lead everyone back and talk a wee bit. And Ismark sort of nods his head. He looks particularly around at the group. You can see he's not doing anything to hide how nervous he is about the group. The same bit of recognition that hits Chance hits him as well, as he's kind of looking at the group as if he's seen you. There's this odd sense of deja vu and things of that sort. So he will lead everyone back to the house, and as he does, he's just sort of talking your ear off. He goes, "No, I was with you in the woods, and everyone here is close. Yeah,
Yeah, they're all my friends.
Okay, all right. So I'm proud of you for making friends. We were walking in the woods, and there was an incident, and I sort of interposed myself to give him a chance to run, and I was made an offer. I wasn't going to make it. These individuals sort of accosted me and were not happy with how things were turning out, and so a voice came to me and made me an offer of sorts to come here rather than stay there and sort of accept my fate. And so I agreed. Yeah.
Out of character, can I use my passive perception to make sure no one's following us?
You could do an active perception to see if anyone is following you.
Okay. 28.
28. I will say this: as you're all walking and things of that sort, everybody's sort of paying attention to what Chance is saying, and he's sort of weaving this tale. There's the subtle workings of bardic magic here. It's not as blatant as when Magnolia turns to you and gives you like inspiration and things of that sort, but the way this individual talks, there's a musicality to it. Like you want to hear more. Like, and it's just a natural. It's almost. I'll say this: as you're looking around, Aferia, Ironwood, Pyre, everyone else but Magnolia, give me insight checks. Connie, you know exactly what's happening here. But everyone else, give me insight checks as you do that. There is a couple of individuals, as they're listening to the story and stuff like that and turning around, there's a couple of individuals, one that seemed to follow you as soon as you left Barovia Beach and has hooked up with another individual, so it seems like the two of them are just sort of walking and talking and having a conversation, but it's too purposeful. They one of them, the one on the left, keeps looking up the group as if to trail them and goes back to having a conversation and things of that sort.
Can I use my new feet to know what they're saying?
You have to be looking at their lips. So what that means is this would go from I'm walking with the group to I'm turning around and I'm reading their lips purposely to see what they're saying. So you can choose to do that, but I just want you to be aware that it's like you'll know what they're saying, but they will also.
They'll know that I'm looking at them.
It's like, that girl's staring at my lips. Oh, they look good. Like, you know, like, and things of that sort. What was my insight checks?
14.
9.
Oh, sorry.
14, 9.
24.
24.
17.
17.
I think that's my whole thing.
My 17s and up, okay? It is the subtle workings of it's feeding. It's the antithesis of Connie. It's not hurting you. You're not falling asleep, and in fact, it's the opposite. The more Chance talks, the more pumped you get, like the more energized you get, like the area seems to be a little bit lighter and things of that sort. Almost like if the two of them were having a conversation together or addressing a crowd, there would be this constant ebb and flow of energy and nobody would notice a dang thing. Because there's the up, the raise. This is, I'm going to say this, and only this group I think will get this. This is Chris Traeger and Ben Wyatt. You're all wonderful. You're fired. You're the best. You're getting demoted. Like there's this weird sort of like yin and yang, and it's never been more evident as to when Connie is walking beside Chance, and there's this just sort of power that's there that kind of moves back and forth.
Does a ring of mind shielding affect it at all?
No, they're not. It's not. No one's trying to read your mind or glean your thoughts or anything like that. And the ring of mind shielding is very specific about what it can do and what it can't do.
It's more of an inspiring leader than it is like.
It's more of an inspiring leader, but it's subtle than that. It's not even like as blatant or powerful as that. It's a subtle shift work that it's closer to Magnolia saying "great job" than it is anything else.
You did it.
You're all sort of walking, and he takes you a little bit, and Chance is sort of talking there. You start getting a spring in your step as well, as you realize he's overfilling the cup. As he's talking to them and the cup's overfilling, you're picking up some of the ambient energy from the group, and you're just kind of doing the same thing you've always done, which is pick up a little bit of that energy that he just kind of leaves left over. And you're at home. You're with your bro and stuff like that. Yeah, everybody's walking towards the house.
Do I know Pyre is a spider in Connie's head right now?
No one knows where Pyre is.
No.
Yes.
Because Pyre would like to make her way over to Magnolia.
Cool.
And kind of
It's gonna be tricky. I love A Bug's Life. I do. But those poor little bugs have a lot of obstacles to overcome. And in fact, all of the line of bug movies of them.
if it's too difficult, she'll stay on Connie.
What's your movement speed as a spider? Yes, the spider.
There is spider climb.
Spiders
movement
new.
is 20 feet.
20 feet.
Wow.
Terrifying.
Don't leave me behind.
Advantage for moving into someone's mouth while they're sleeping. Great. Great.
5
Love
spiders
that
on
for
that
me.
time.
Yeah, I'm not. She's not gonna move. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I would start freaking out.
No, I had something, but I'm like, it's not going to work with the limitations of a spider. So I'm like, nah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're kind of there. Anybody else doing anything while he's just sort of talking and telling stories? And...
Okay, I don't know if a Fury would notice that Pyre was gone, and the problem with that is that she would say something if she realized that Pyre was gone, because she wouldn't want to leave her.
I'll say this.
But she's also very focused on getting a burger from the burger guy.
Everybody
She's looking forward to this.
How about this? Everybody give me intelligence checks, okay? DC is 13. You've been traveling with Pyre a long time. If you feel like
if she's gone.
yeah, if you feel like your character is sufficiently distracted, go ahead and make this at disadvantage. Yeah, like.
Is that wait? You say intelligence or?
Yeah, just an intelligence check. Slightly notorious. Welcome. Thank you for joining our little group.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
16.
16. You notice she's not there. Pyre's not here.
I'm just still looking at Patch at the fact that he's real small.
He's 16. Yeah, you notice she's not here. It's kind of weird.
11. I want that burger.
You want that? Give me that burger. Now I know we're playing a game. Hi kids. I know we're playing a game. I would trade one of my children for a burger right now. The more you say burger, the more I'm like, oh, burger.
This makes me not want to say burger anymore.
No, I'm not gonna.
Absolutely. I'm
not
gonna
gonna.
keep saying burger.
Which one?
Okay.
I'll never tell. Grass. So yeah.
Season wrap, guys.
Now, here's the deal. I want to reestablish this though. It is not uncommon for members of the group to be separated. Yeah. Occasionally, members of the party will find their way back to the Vistani camp, or they have something they want to do. Normally, they'll say, but this group has not been without times where like one member or two members are not with the group, and things of that sort.
Can I
I'm gonna cast sending to Pyre and just be like, "Are you safe?"
Okay.
Oh, I'm asking.
Are you safe?
25 words.
I can talk regularly with sending, right?
You got 25 words.
Okay.
It's one.
You said it in the accent. I have to count it. Sorry. 2, 3. Keep it up.
That was pigeon.
No, I'm kidding.
Take out that.
Okay, that's another.
Ooh, crossed wired somewhere.
Safe. I'm Spider. Connie's hat. Do not trust. Murderer. Conqueror. Killer. Be on your toes. Don't.
Make it sing.
It's a dialectical choice.
Duwon't is my favorite Pokemon.
How many do I have left?
You have 6.
I was counting, but not counting.
I know. I was aware of that. I realized that very quickly as you're like, this is a movement.
Draw attention to my absence. Quiet.
Hey, where's...
Oh, 25.
She just gives like the slightest nod and just keeps walking.
Okay.
I just picture a spider on the hat waving.
Yeah. It's me.
It's a very red hat. It's a very red spider you want to use.
It's one of those cute little spiders that's like fuzzy.
Oh, you have something on your...
SWAT! Do you take the spider? Are you knowing... I don't think she ever said no.
I said don't draw attention to me.
Don't draw attention to that. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. You all continue to walk with dreams of burgers in your head, or noticing that Pyre's not there and things of that sort.
With the constant, or with the acknowledgement of like, it's not charming. We know this, but just the subtle, just the fluctuations that are at work right now. Is there a way I can like hold patience of mind?
You could, with patience of mind, stop any effect that's currently affecting you.
That's charming or fearing, and and I don't want to be rude and just immediately knock it off, but if
I'm so sorry. I don't want to be rude. Are you charming?
Like,
Is this like? Are we having a thing right now? Or is
I'm
this
supposed to be upset, and I feel really happy right now.
but I think I'm going to. I think I'm just going to go ahead and just nonchalantly just shut down the fact, just so he can see clearly.
You have a moment where you're like, hey, there's a little connection here. I want to cut it off.
Yeah.
As you do, there's just a brief moment where Chance loses step. Chance trips over like a rock that seemingly manifests out of nowhere, and trips on it. And as it does, it just adds a little stumble to his step, and he looks down and he goes, what's your problem? And then continues talking as if he's continuing on with his story.
That one bit.
And just continues to talk with everyone. And so out of an old series of events, I find myself here, assuming the role of the Burgermeister, and who's the person in charge of this whole sort of area. It's Ismark right there. Ismark is sort of my go-to. He's the one I sent up ahead. He's more brawn than brains, but love the kid. I honestly do. It gets a little more complicated. He's got a sister, and he's wanting to bring his sister somewhere safely. And honestly, living in Barovia, I miss good booze. I miss it so much.
We've been to the tiki bar.
No, that's why I was going there, but this seems more of a pressing matter. But I will go and check them out some other time. He goes, but this is it right here. And he sort of gestures forward, and at the center of this town is this sprawling building, even bigger than Death House. It's this giant mansion that belongs to the Burgermeister. He smiles at all of you and he says, come on in, welcome to my home. You're all invited. And he looks at you and gives you a little wink, and opens the door. Before he is able to open the door, those two individuals that have been walking behind the group, one of them takes a crossbow out, and immediately fires it at the Burgermeister. I'm going to say that you've kind of kept an eye on them the whole time, even with your conversation. I'm going to give you an action here before we get into initiative order. As their little group has bumped up a little bit. They've now got 5 strong, and this is a heavy crossbow bolt. That is coming out.
I can deflect missile, yeah?
Yeah, but you didn't see him.
I didn't see him.
I didn't point him out to anyone.
No.
I'm gonna turn around and cast polymorph on him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're like, hey, crossbow. As you cast polymorph. Okay, I'll say this. What is this?
Wisdom saving throw of 17.
A wisdom saving throw of 17. Hang on, I'm going to be honest about this. I don't know if these cats can be polymorphed.
Oh no, they're of
Can they
strange
be
kind.
If they can be polymorph, be omnimorph?
That's monomorphed.
Okay.
Or diamorph?
Yeah, you know what? I'm into this.
Okay.
Let me see what their spell save is here. It's the Omnitrix. He can turn into 10 different aliens.
It's Diatrix, so it's 10.
Eric just the most nonchalant turnaround.
That's right.
Thing.
Unicorn.
Like, I'm trying bigger pressing matters. I don't.
Okay.
Unicorn.
Okay.
I'm not trying to kill the guy. I'm just like, go. What? Why?
Damn.
Just tired.
They get a +7 to their wisdom save.
So
I'm gonna roll this in the chat. That 3's not gonna help though. Even with the +7. One of the individual groups of 5 is as Magnolia just kind of smiles at the group, turns around and thunk. As that happens, what do you polymorph them into?
A worm.
Just a little worm in the sand.
And I call out, "Now's not the time, dears."
Intimidation check?
I once saw a worm. Then I cut him in half. Now he has 2 half brothers. There's your intimidation advantage.
23.
Okay, I'm gonna make a charisma save against this to see if it's effective.
Everybody liked this.
No, it is not. I'll say this. The group goes running off. As one is turned into a worm and things of that sort, there's a group of 4 that immediately just kind of look at each other and ditch their worm buddy. They don't even scoop him up and things of that sort. As the 4 of them just take off running. Is anybody doing anything as these 4 turn tail and bolt?
How far are they?
I'll say that these guys were 50 feet away from the group as the group was heading up.
I'm gonna go pick up the worm when I have a moment.
That's too far away from me.
I can get one if you really care about it, but if you don't care about it, well, I'm go.
I have a worm.
I got
can just pick
sentinel,
him up and
but
use him later.
Did we see what was happening? We saw them try to attack.
He was drawing on chance. Like this group had.
No, he
this
was
group
drawing
had.
on chance.
You know they were drawing on chance. Like this group was dedicated and drawing on chance.
Oh yeah. All right. Well then, I am going to cast something on them.
All right. What are you doing?
I want to see if I recognize not just like recognize, but see if there's anything, any kind of sigil or something that marks them as being together with a group or something that I can recognize them later with.
Okay. Perception checks from Spider form.
Mine was looking at the crossbow bolt.
What do I use?
Well, he's
See
a
if
worm
there,
now.
if there was, well, yeah, but if he had dropped the crossbow, there has to be something, right?
You can check out the crossbow bolt. Give me an investigation
It would
check.
be your wisdom.
I'm good at those.
My wisdom is
If you are wild shaped, your wisdom does not. Your wisdom does not change. If you are wild shaped, everything else, I think.
I rolled a 7. My passive perception is 10.
What is your regular perception?
As a spider.
It'd be wisdom. So
Well, you
it's
use your
7
regular
plus 0.
stats.
You use your regular.
You use your regular stats.
Oh, regular stats.
It's
Oh,
a
I
regular
thought you
stats.
said in spider
Okay,
form.
then that's
Okay.
plus 7.
So 14.
So 14, yeah.
The only insignia that you see is one of the ones leaving. He's got what appears to be a let's do this. He's got this odd symbol on the back that looks like an M, but the last leg of the M goes all the way down. It just goes past where the M is. Okay, so for everybody, look at my drawing. It's pretty great. Yep.
Finish your calling, man.
Go ahead.
All right. So as Connie sees them draw on his brother, his eyes start to turn black, and he says, "No one hurts my brother!" And up out of the ground, giant black tentacles come up to try and bludgeon and restrain them as he casts Evard's black tentacles on them.
All right, giant black tentacles come out of
Trigger
the ground. I'm gonna roll to see if I'm into this. And then, what is it? Dex saves for these?
It's Dex save, DC 16 Dex save.
DC 16 Dex save. Let's see what they're.
I'm gonna pick up the worm and start petting it. It's like,
Just a man.
Now, what I need is, because of Ebard's black tentacles being cast, this fight has changed a little bit. Now I'm going to need everybody to roll initiative for me.
Cool.
Does this mute my investigation?
What did you get on your investigation?
18.
The investigation it's a heavy crossbow bolt. But
So just look at if the tip was laced with anything, if the rod or whatever it is, the wood has like a name on it at all. Just
nothing along those lines. So this looks like this was done just like we get Taco Bell, fast and cheap. Like this was done like.
is it good? It's hot and ready.
17 on that deck save.
That's what.
Yeah, so that was a save. So they'll still if they start their turn in there, they'll have to. Actually, they'll have to take it when they start their turn.
Initiative, kids. I'm gonna say you got a worm in your pocket. Nice. And you were able to pick it up before Ebard's black tentacles and do they still take damage? Do they take half damage here? With
No,
Ebard's
but
black
they've
tentacles?
got to make the save when they start their turn,
Okay.
or they're restrained and they take the damage. A creature that starts to turn in the area. Yeah, if you're already restrained, you take that damage, but they won't take any damage if they don't. No.
Okay. I'm gonna say this.
It's difficult terrain too.
Connie is a very even-keeled individual. And you have been with Connie for a very long time.
Yes.
Someone takes a shot at Connie's brother. the Connie that you all have traveled with is not this Connie that suddenly taps into something far darker than themselves, and channels these dark tentacles out of the ground. For a split second, Connie is terrifying. As these tentacles come out of the ground, and the ground turns into difficult terrain, so they are not going to be able to move away during this. I need initiative rolls, kids, as we're going to get into a little bit of a battle. That is not how. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, cool. 20 to 25.
20.
Snap.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it to the monk because chances are
Yeah.
that boy be faster. Patches. Oh, I gotta roll for somebody else.
Oh.
That's
No, you
fine.
don't.
Yeah, I do.
You don't have to. You're not obligated.
Interesting.
I don't like that.
Roll off with me.
Oh, no.
No.
He thought you'd never ask.
10.
Nope.
Hate that.
Okay.
Oh no.
I never
Patches.
get first initiative ever.
No,
And
no,
what was that?
no,
Initiative.
no.
I never.
Silly.
Patches of Fury at 20 to 15.
16.
16. For Poyer. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15 to 10.
14.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got a 17.
You got a 17. I'm gonna.
Thank you for
What did you get,
breaking
Pyre?
up the monotony.
16.
16. So I'm gonna say Connie goes, then Pyre. Okay. 15 to 10.
14.
14. Magnolia.
Why'd you say it like that?
No reason. It's fine. Can I get a recap? I missed the last time. What happened was they were walking back from the bar, and then these guys were following them, and they were like, "You better not!" And now a fight has happened because Connie went Super Saiyan and some black tentacles out of the ground, and Ryan may or may not be into it. 10 to 5.
And I have a worm.
I'm 6.
6.
And you're my favorite.
I'm
friend.
dead. Okay.
I broke a table.
I broke the table.
Nope. We've started combat just now. Don't forget that you have Bless for a sesh, pal. So don't forget about that D4.
Oh, yeah.
First up is who? Is Chance. Chance sort of walks forward a little bit and takes the cloak off, and he goes, gents, I'm afraid to tell you, you've run into a bit of bad luck. And as he does, his eyes flash a bright green in the area, and these individuals...
What he is now.
Okay. These individuals look over, and for a brief second, all 4 of the ones that are still theirs, eyes flash the same color green, and things of that sort. That Chance's eyes take. Okay. And that Chance then sort of looks at the group and looks and stands instinctively in front of Connie. As Connie's channeling, Chance just sort of takes a step forward and takes the cloak off. As he takes the cloak off, you notice that Chance's arms are older than his body. There's no other way to describe it other than like the rest of his body is a young man, very handsome, things of that sort, but the arms themselves are riddled with age. He's got these like liver spots on them and things of that sort. They look a little wrinkled and things of that sort, as the arms themselves, as he takes the giant cloak off, are older than the rest of his apparently like youngish looking body. Okay, Patches, you're up. 4 individuals. They're kind of wrapped up in these black tentacles. They're 50 feet away from you as they tried to run, but these tentacles popped up. But
yeah, so I can make my way to him. I can just basically bamf from them from where I am to him because I have 55 feet of movement speed.
once you hit the area where the black tentacles are, I don't think Connie gets to choose who the tentacles affect. Like they're just here, like, hey, what up? It's your boy, the Kraken. Like they're there. So if you're there, your movement's cut in half just by the time you reach them and
So
things
I've
like
got
that.
mobile. I don't think their difficult terrain affects me.
Okay, if you're
No, when I use a dash action, difficult terrain doesn't cost me any extra movement speed. Actually, I want to do this. I want to dash. I want to go to the other side of the tentacles.
Okay.
And just interpose and escape. Like, Either you're staying in there or you're coming for me. One of the two.
Oh, you could run to the other side.
Yeah. So where they were running for, there's tentacles and then
So if they run, if they get out of the tentacles, then
exactly. They're not
Yeah, you
running
point at
out.
the tentacles. You're like, "That's the rock. I'm the hard place. Hi, I'm Patches." Like cool. You run around to the other side. Ophelia, you're up next.
Okay, I can see 4 of them left, right?
They are
Four.
wrapped up in these tentacles, and
Okay.
you see Patches is of the god kind. Like he runs around to the other side. And it's season 1 of The Flash. Like you still see him go, but it's real fast.
Dashing.
I am going to hold my action. I'm going to hold Guiding Bolt until the first one attacks anyone in this party. Because technically nobody is actually, like, they didn't let loose an arrow, right? They aimed, but they
He
didn't.
tried, but you could see. I'll say this: he fired the bolt right as Magnolia said, like, I choose no, like, and that bolt just went flying off. So they did take a shot.
But everybody was trying to run away. They weren't trying to continue to attack us. They were continuing to run away, right?
Yep.
So the second anyone turns to attack us, throws anything at us, I'm going to send a guiding
The
bolt.
first time any of them try to break out and attack the group,
Yes.
you're gonna
I'm going to throw a guiding bolt.
Okay.
A second level guiding bolt towards the person who.
I didn't know if you were
attacks.
glitching there for a second. You're like, oh, that's.
I was looking to see what level guiding bolt
was.
was, because I couldn't remember. Okay.
Second level guiding bolt.
Second
You're
level guiding
holding.
bolt. I'm holding an action for the first one that throws any sort of attack our way.
Yeah, if any of them like punch the highlights out of her hair, you're in it. Yeah, okay,
Punch
got it.
the highlights
The highlights out of her hair. Connie, you're up, Bubba.
Okay, so I'm going to. He's gonna run toward them, 35 feet toward them, and he's gonna.
As you go to run towards them, he's not going to stop you, but you are going to feel that hand on your chest, and just a, just a comforting, like, what we don't.
If Chance puts the hand on, then Connie will stop. As soon as Chance.
Okay, yeah, he will turn to you, and I'll say he'll burn his reaction to do this. He turns back to you, and he goes, he rolls his eyes and goes, you know what I mean? Like he.
Gotcha. So, all right.
You're strong. Your people are stupid.
I'm gonna use the. I don't want to use it. That's probably really, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just cast. I'm gonna get a little closer
Okay.
and cast a thunder wave on them.
Okay. Yeah, you, instead of running up into the thick of things, you kind of come forward and you see him collect energy. And you see him looking at you. It's like, oh, yeah, he used to do Mage Hand as a party trick and things of that sort, but Connie's learned a little bit over the years and things of that sort. So as you kind of walk forward, you see Chance looking at you a little bit go ahead. What is the save on Thunderwave?
It is the Constitution 16.
Okay, con of 16.
Do I need to be involved in that?
No,
Okay,
you're on the other side of them.
you see them like sturdy themselves within the Ebard's black tentacles and things of that sort, and Chance sees it too. And then it's the oddest thing, man. As they sturdy themselves, those tentacles are whipping around, and all of those tentacles at the exact same time hit the backs of their heads. And they lose concentration for just a little bit. And as that happens, you see Chance grab the back of his head as they fail their save when it looked like they were going to make it. It's not uncommon. So go ahead and give me full damage on that.
But I broke his spell. I got you. 9 damage.
9 damage. Okay. All 4 of them get hit by this thunderous wave. Boom, boom. It's not concentration, correct? So Ebard's black tentacles are still there. Okay. Got it. That is Connie's turn. Pyre.
Pyre's gonna remain hidden, no action.
Stay. Okay, I'm into it.
I have a plan.
How much movement do they have? There's an angry guy who looks very threatening.
Just hanging out here with my spear, man.
He's not imagining your little
Yeah, I'm just looking at
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Everything's great.
Just don't. Just don't.
Patrick's petting a worm. I was angry.
Just don't.
Okay.
Or give it a shot. Give me your best shot. I'll take it.
Okay. All of them move ungodly fast. So much so that it's weird. They move. 2 of them go running past you. Okay. And are going so fast that they do not provoke attacks of opportunity. They are just going. They're speedy boys. Okay. They only get about 20 feet beyond you, but it's and they're behind you, and they're just sort of looking at you, and they kind of crack their necks a little bit to get out of the tentacles. The other 2 see you sort of prep there and see that you've prepared a spell. They ignore him for the second, and the 2 of them go running towards you as you're the one that's been casting and causing damage. They're going to come running up to you, and they just begin to beat him. It is just this like quick boom, boom, boom. They're going to start making attack rolls.
Did any of them fail their saving throw against
Oh, you know what? Hang on. Maybe it's not.
They're restrained.
One of them is restrained, held by the black tentacle. So I'll say it's one of the ones that was running up on you since it's your spell. The other one's going to come forward towards you, and he's going to just try to punch you a few times. First one is an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that will actually, you know what? I have my mage armor up, and I am going to react with shield.
Are we all close together?
Everybody's kind of grouped together in a little group. One runs up.
I have sentinel. Like, can I get after him real quick?
As soon as he lands the attack, absolutely. That shield
blocks it.
Blocks it and things of that sort. Hang on, let him do the other one.
Sure.
The next one is a 20.
Meets it, beats it.
Meets it, beats it. Okay. He does not do any damage. Instead, he grabs Connie by the back of the neck. It's just one of those, like, Connie's dodge, brings the shield up, the other one sneaks around to the side and grabs Connie by the back of the neck. Connie, you feel your, like, spine kind of lock up a little bit as this thing grabs a hold of the back of your neck. 2 things happen, I know. Who are you aiming the guiding bolt at?
The guy who grabbed Connie.
The one that grabbed him?
Uh-huh.
Or the one that, the one that's being held, the one that's grabbing Connie.
The one that's physically attacking him,
Okay.
yes.
Give me the attack. You're going to burn your reaction here to attack because...
So that's going to be that's a 25 to hit.
25 hits.
Thank all the Jeebuses. And that is going to be a 6, which you can take his great action. He's going to just go for the spine. Like if he's got him, he's going to grab his shoulder, pull him back into his great axe, and that's going to be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. Okay. He doesn't flinch. You slam the axe into this thing. There's no blood that comes out of him. There's nothing like that. You slam that weapon into the back, and he kind of turns. And not only does he turn, but he turns further than the human neck should be able to allow. As he turns back to look at you, and then goes back to holding Connie up by the back of the neck. Guiding bolt.
Yeah, Etheria rolls a 3 and burns, demolishes the level 2 spell.
Roll damage for me, please.
It was a 9 to hit.
Roll damage
Okay,
for me,
I'm doing
please.
It's close range.
21.
21 damage. All of a sudden, you aim and that shot goes wide, but wouldn't you know it? It's just a little bit of string of bad luck. This vamp is turned around. That guiding bolt kind of flips around, something you've never seen it do before, and the vamp leans forward to hiss at you, and when it does, this thing catches him in the side of the face. As it does, he and Chance start glowing. As the guiding bolt hit, it never came anywhere near him, but Chance takes the hit.
I want to play this class so bad.
Chance takes the hit a little bit as just a string of bad luck for this poor vamp. It does the damage, and it actually does more damage than it should. This guiding bolt packed a wallop to it. As you do the 21 points of damage to the one that's grabbing him, he's glowing and he doesn't like it.
Okay.
Okay. That's your turn. That's your turn. Magnolia.
Okay. So there's two looking at patches. There's one on him, or no, it's on you now.
Me.
And one on him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm good.
There's two on him, one being held by tentacles, and one that has restrained Connie by the back of the neck. And he's eyeing Connie's neck, essentially.
Okay. So one, I'm going to use my bonus action for unsettling words.
Okay.
I'm going to use that one on the one in the tentacles.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll a d10. It has to subtract that from its next.
Nice.
Thing.
Good battle strategy. Keep that thing restrained into it. What do you say to it?
So that's a 9. Hold on. I know what I'm saying. Give me a second. Let me do my other action. And then for my action, I'm going to use Dissonant Whispers on the one on Connie.
Okay. These are two spells that you're using?
I have a bonus action with my Bardic Inspiration.
Bardic Inspiration. That's what you're using for... Okay, got it.
And I'm just like... Magnolia's looking like done with everything. And she's petting like this... Scratching this worm's back. And she's just humming... If you go out in the woods today, you're sure to get a surprise. And that song as she's doing it.
Okay.
So for the Dissonant Whisper, it's going to be a Wisdom save of 17.
Wisdom save of 17.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die.
I'm about to have Pyre turn to a bird and drop this worm from very high up.
It is a save, unfortunately, with an 18. They're pretty good, and Chance looks like he's trying to help, but
Can't have as much damage.
He's a little tapped at the moment.
So 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage
Yeah.
to the one holding Con. Okay, this guy's looking a little rough. Okay, that
And the one in the tentacles has to subtract 9 to his next saving throw.
to his next saving throw. Ooh, man, that's gonna be rough. There's not much he can roll that's not gonna have him restrained by tentacles. Okay.
You said I'm okay, so I didn't do the ones that
You're
I
fine.
do.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
Ironwood.
Okay, so
Before you go.
I want to do this.
season wrap on Ironwood. Like,
No, Ironwood!
oh my god.
Crud. Okay.
Iron.
He is going to the vampire holding you is going to use one of its legendary actions and slam a fist into your side in order to see if it can like crack a rib or take some of the fight out of you at this point. Yeah. 26.
That's gonna hit me.
Oh my god.
This guy takes a fist back and just bam! It's one of those quick, like Bruce Lee, like right to the ribs. You all hear an audible crack. As that's how much damage?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wait.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
It's not terrible. It's not terrible.
Okay.
Constitution
I
save.
have advantage on that because I am a
Good.
warcaster and I passed it. To maintain concentration. Right.
Yes. Yeah, you're good.
9 points of damage. Bludgeoning in my ribs.
Connie gets hit in the ribs, and Chance screams. When Chance screams, it is not. It is a voice that you have not heard come from Chance's throat before. As when Chance screams, it sounds like Cat. It sounds like Matt. He screams loud, and it is a woman's. It is a woman's scream. It is a mother. It is a mother whose child is being hurt right now, and this feminine scream kind of comes pouring out of Chance as he gets hit. Bah! One quick punch to the side. Okay. That's the legendary action. Now you can go.
Okay, so for my bonus action, Ironwood is going to cast an Ensearing Strike to go for the throat of this person and just try to like pull him backward.
Okay.
And then for his first attack, just going to try to hit him.
Okay, so hang on. Ensnaring Strike is
it's a concentration spell.
But it's a spell, but you have to land the hit, right? Like it's something you add.
It's a strength save of 14.
Okay, so the first thing you're doing is you're casting Ensnaring Strike.
Yeah.
And it's a bonus action or an action?
Bonus action.
Bonus action. What is the save?
Strength 14.
Strength of 14. Okay, it makes the save. You send up these vines that come out of the ground and try to grab it around its neck.
Just kind of like toss balance a little bit.
He basically takes Connie, who's still trying to like kind of breathe, takes Connie's hand and uses Connie's hand to rip the vines off. And you see Connie's hand bruise a little bit as he like doesn't take any damage. He just uses Connie's hand to rip the vines off. So that does not land.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, gonna still go for the back then.
Okay.
Take the great axe to the back for the first attack, and that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
19 hits.
And that's gonna be a 7 points of damage for the first one.
Okay.
For the second hit, same thing. He's gonna go for another 19.
Okay.
That's gonna be that's 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage. Okay, to the one holy hand. The individual's looking rough, but you're just not doing enough that he's letting go.
Yeah.
At this point, like he's still got him up by the throat and things of that sort. That is Ironwood's turn, correct?
Yeah. That's
legendary actions against you. Cool. 2 guys on either side. It's just you're gonna get. We're gonna see what's gonna happen here. One of them's gonna try to attack you. That's an 18 to hit. Okay. You take no damage. He does the exact same move that he did to him. He takes him around and just boom, grabs you by the throat. Okay. Doesn't do anything but take your neck and sort of like whip you around so that your back is turned to the other one. Now it's the other one's legendary action as the 2 of them are ganging up on you.
Tavern brawl with this shit stuff.
27 hits.
Yeah.
No.
It's fine.
No.
It's fine. It's good. It's good.
5 piercing.
Okay. I assume that drops my hit point maximum as well?
No.
Okay.
The 15 drops your hit point maximum.
There it is.
As you take 15 necrotic damage as this guy bites into your neck and reveals who they are at this moment as a bout of blood like hits, and this thing, whatever wounds that it may have taken by Ebard's tentacles, heal up instantly. These are not the little vamps that you guys fought before. This is a different breed at this point.
Okay, cool. Yeah, fantastic.
Those are those 2 legendary actions.
Well, the good news is I'm back to full HP if we take the reduction.
Yay.
We're always a glass half full.
We did it.
Type of person here.
We are a glass half full. Okay. Chance looks at the party, and for his turn, he reaches into his pocket and pulls out what appears to be a set of gambler's dice that he keeps in his pocket, and as he does, he takes what appears to be a D6. He's within the party. Holds it out to you real quick, signify blowing on it. Okay, and does that. Okay, everybody, for the next round of combat till it gets to the end of Chance's turn, you get a +4 that you can use to an attack roll, a damage roll, a healing roll, or a saving throw. Once it rolls around back to Chance's turn, it's gone. It's disappeared forever. But you get a +4 that you can add to a damage roll, an attack roll, a saving throw, or healing. Okay, so use it well. That's Chance's turn right now. The dice disintegrates as it hits the ground. The little flecks, the little dots float off the dice and manifest on everybody's fist. You get 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and they just all sort of go around the circle. He doesn't know you're here, so he can't kind of choose you. That's Chance's turn. As he goes, he looks at you and he goes, "You remember Fandolin?
Of course.
Please, he's my brother. Don't bite him, please. Not the curse, please. Don't bite him, please. He's just a human, please." And he just starts like pleading. He's crying tears and things of that sort. And the vampire's just smiling, got this huge like look of intent on his face, as you know that this thing's about to have a bad day if it tries to bite you, not knowing what you are. But he's hitting his ground. He's ripping his shirt. He's just like, "For the love of God, not the bite. Please don't throw him in the briar patch." And just like and just screaming to the heavens at this point. Okay, Patches.
Don't go throwing them briar patch. Oh man, that got me. That was a good one. Cool. Am I grappled?
You are grappled. You are grappled by the one that's holding your neck. The other one bit into you. That's not the one that's grappling you. You got one that's kind of got you around the shoulder here.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to get weird with it because you are just grappled. You need an acrobatics or athletics to break away, or you can stay there.
Just.
Man, like it's not a bad idea. It's not.
I'm not
cool.
trapped with you. You're trapped with me.
It's not cool.
I'm not locked in here with you. You're like, aren't you a dwarf? Shut up.
Grab a bag on my face.
Cool. I'm gonna do something new because I thought it would be fun. I know it's an acrobatics check to get out. Yeah. Is that my full action?
It can be either one. He's the grappler, you're the grapplee. It can be acrobatics or athletics for you.
I want to just brute force it, just dash to the 110 feet, just boom.
I'm into this. How about this?
Ribs?
How can I say no to this?
But it's just that sudden, just like boom.
Are you running him and you into the wall or into the trees?
Into the wall.
Don't damage it.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Give me an intelligence check.
Sure.
Wait, for
Not-
Ryan or for
Not the trees, bro.
With the -1.
For Patches.
Stay in the trees.
Not with a 1. Not with a 2 minus 1.
The wall is the perfect choice.
So
Seems right.
You just instead of looking like you've got one here, you got one here, you're just gonna use your ungodly monk speed and slam the two of you into the wall.
because what I want to do
Ryan.
would this be considered an
give him
attack?
inspiration?
Would I consider this an attack?
Yeah.
Kind of, bro. Like, I mean, I'll say this. I am going to give you inspiration because this is the dumbest, most amazing thing. You're like...
I had a whole plan thought out, and then all of a sudden I had a vampire at my neck, so things going
You're
crazy.
like, this is Wile E. Coyote. Let's do it. Like, yes, absolutely. I will say this. I will do a contested, like... He's grappling you, but now you're grappling him and running into a wall. I'm going to do a contested, like, we'll say... His acrobatics.
Hockey check into the wall.
Looks at Tavern Brawler. Okay, let's do this.
Yeah. Just give me a contested either. What are you doing, Dex here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Contested
yeah.
checks. Contested checks at disadvantage for the vamp.
14.
That's all right. He got a 12. The first one was a 15. The next one was a 3. He's got a +9, so he gets a 12. Okay. Patches, you grab him. I think it's funnier if you like pick up his legs. Like he's biting your neck and you just kind of go, and you're like,
Back.
My Little Pony. Like you just baby Bjorn him into the wall. The hockey.
Because what I want to do is if this is considered attack with a bonus action, I got a neat new feature now.
Okay.
He's also got a reroll.
You've also got a reroll from Chef because Chef encourages your awful idea.
Thank you, Chef. Oh God. For a bonus action, I want to pull out a bonus action. I want to do the hand of harm.
Okay.
If I hit him.
You gotta reroll, so just in case.
Well, with a 17 plus 4.
Yeah, that'll hit. Hold on to that reroll. That's a mystery mouse.
That's a mystery. That's cool. So he so instead of doing the 1d6 plus 2 necrotic damage, I can opt that he's now under the poisoned condition.
What?
Okay.
That's physician's touch. When you use the hand of harm on a creature, you can subject the creature to poison condition until the end of my next turn.
Okay. Okay.
Bad blood, bad blood.
All right. First off, I need. Are you trying to mitigate damage? Like, is this trying to like flip him around, or you're both slamming into this wall?
Hopefully, I could mitigate it, but if I have to slam in,
Roll 8d6 for me. You're gonna take half the damage on this. Okay.
You know what? That's
He
fine.
will take the full 8d6 damage. Here's how I picture it, if you'll permit me. You are running straight towards the wall, and there's this look of like, oh no! And right before you hit the wall, you come forward with this like fist, and your fist has always been this source of light, like channeling chi and stuff like that. For a second, though, your fist is encompassed with fog. As you shove your fist forward, and your fist stops before it hits his chest, but the fog fist passes through him right before he hits the wall, and as the fog fist comes out, it's dragging bits of his organ like out from the other side and things of that sort.
Oh, that's a good roll.
So that's 29. So I'll take 18.
Oh my god.
No, you'll take 14. He'll take 29 points of damage.
Too high.
I can do this all day.
And he is knocked prone as he slams into the wall. I'm going to say he is stunned until the end of the start of his next turn. Okay.
Maximum effort.
The suit slams into the wall, and he's like, "You're like, I can do this all day." He's like, "I like breaking." Just stunned, doesn't know what's happening, falls to the ground. Patches, you are no longer grappled. You are 100 feet away, leaning up against the wall of the house at this
Fantastic.
I
point.
can't help you. You're so far
You just
away.
Everything's fine over here. How are y'all?
somewhere you just hear little tiny spider hands clapping at that dumb idea.
I got bit. I don't know if we should worry about that.
Athy.
Yeah, we should.
All right. Oh gosh, I was planning on attacking this guy, and he's now
Well, there's still
stunned.
another one, I think, there.
Yeah, there's another guy after him, after Patches.
There was two.
There were
of them.
two.
There were
Yeah,
two. He is no longer an
is
issue.
stunned.
Okay, so Patches is 100 feet away. Patches is in.
Guiding bolt's 120 feet.
You could hit this one.
Right.
That's on the
one guy
ground.
is stunned. The other guy was coming after him though. 'cause
This would
he's
be-
injured.
Double tap.
He's
Yeah.
gotten injured twice.
Bro, there is no way. Even this vampire, like even if it was leg day, like this vampire is not going to be able to
Okay,
reach Patches.
but there's not as okay. Got it. Okay, so
Not
there's
100
still
feet
the guy
away.
that's
There's
on
one
top.
that's grabbing Connie.
Okay.
And there's one that's stunned 100 feet away on the ground.
Okay, let's go again for the one on Connie.
Okay.
Another guiding bolt, and that is a. Why I'm rolling so bad, but I can add 4 to it. So that is a 16 to hit.
Go freeze.
Meets it, beats it. Yep, absolutely. That's 16 hits. Give me another guiding bolt.
15.
15. He's looking rough. Okay.
And this is radiant damage. I don't know if that makes a difference.
It does.
Okay.
It does.
He's
He's not dead. These are sturdy, beefy boys, and you would know this. I think anybody here would know how sturdy, beefy Strahd is, and these are not Strahd,
He's the
but
beefy
like
king.
he's the beefy king, and these are beefy princes,
I
which is the new McDonald's for Burger King, beefy prince.
Meal from Burger King, huh?
Burger King, yeah. So okay, that is your action. You do anything for your bonus action?
No, I am not.
Okay. This one is a glowing Furia Connie.
Yep.
You are held in place, my dude. These boys are not looking great. But
Yeah. I'm gonna smile at him and grab his face and cast Inflict Wounds, except I'm going to use my Awakened Spellbook to replace the damage, the necrotic damage, which I know is not going to hurt him, with psychic damage. So I'm going to just melt his brain and grab his head. And
I have to roll if I'm
I
doing this.
also
Hold on.
get, so that's actually a 16.
am I into
get
Connie?
16 plus 4, 20, plus another 4, so that's a 24 to hit him.
24 to hit. That hits. Give me
Alright.
damage.
Melt his face.
Connie turns into a Led Zeppelin album cover. Like
16.
16 points of damage. Okay. Connie, as this thing's grabbing a hold of Connie and thinking he's got the upper hand and is biting into his neck, his chance is on the ground. No, don't bite my brother. Connie turns and looks, and for a brief second, once again, anybody who's paying attention right now, Connie is gone. Connie is somebody different. Connie, in a very, very, very quick second, looks exactly like Strahd. You see that same sort of fire behind his eyes and stuff like that. It's not anything like in the facial features, it's the way he holds himself. And it is uncanny. And as quick as it's there, it is gone. As he grabs a hold of this thing's face, and this vamp dies screaming. As Connie taps into this thing's primal fears and manifests something in this creature's mind, and all of a sudden this creature disintegrates. Buffy season 5 disintegrates just in his hand until Connie is just sort of holding the thing's skull and turning back to look at the other one, as the only thing left is this thing's skull as it disintegrates into a pile of ash on the ground in front of him.
Can I bonus action try to intimidate the other one? Just turn and stare at it.
Give me an intimidation check, big guy.
The one in the
I
tentacles?
don't do well at these.
Oh!
That's a nat 20.
The dice giveth, baby.
It almost rolled right over to the 18.
Connie, you turn to look at the other one that's nearby, and as you do, you hold up the skull.
Like bowling balls.
And just sort of look, and you're maintaining eye contact, and it is not a malicious look in your eyes. It is how cold it is. Like this is you took everything from me. I don't even know who you are. And the skull doesn't break; it just disintegrates in your hand as you bring the arm down. And this vampire is going to take off. Use its legendary action to bolt, to run, to use all of its movement before anybody can look. This thing is 60 feet away from the fight, running off. As this one's destroyed, this one's polymorphed. It's fun for me. And 3 is gone, which leaves the one fighting you off to the side, and one more that was back where you were, beyond where the tentacles.
Still tangled up in the tentacles?
Still tangled up in the tentacles.
Did he ever take damage for that?
We're gonna, please roll some damage for me.
That is 13 damage.
Higher.
Can I roll an insight or perception check from when Chance screamed like that?
Yeah, certainly.
Let's see, what the heck?
What the heck? Ooh.
So that's 15 plus the 4, because I'm adding the 4 on that.
What are you trying to insight, my dude?
That scream sounded like that. What is this?
I would like to what?
What? What?
Do a what check?
So that would be plus the 4 and 19. I guess trying to figure out, like, is that something that would have been expected?
What did you roll? Is that
not?
insight? 15 insight?
Yeah. So I rolled an 8 plus 7 plus the 4.
It's hard to determine. Like that's like looking at the moon and being like, what is that? Is that is that a giant rock? I'll say this: as a druid, you are not unknowledgeable of individuals sharing space with one another. Mm-hmm. You are not just Pyre. Right now, you are sharing the space of Pyre and the Spider, which is a great show on PBS Kids, and things of that sort. When he screams like that, I'll say this: with a 15 insight, it wasn't him screaming. And this is coming from somebody with a symbiote inside of them. Yeah. Like that was not him. Like the scream was coming from him, but whatever hurt Connie was enough to break the barrier, so that whatever screamed was coming from Chance, but was not Chance.
Is that something that is a new discovery for me?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it.
Okay, cool. Pyre's turn. What are we doing? This boy is stunned. He is still stunned. The one that was over there is going to take off running with the other one. He is going to take off. There is nobody. He's going to try to escape Ebard's black tentacles.
16, DC 16, dexterity.
Okay.
Dex.
13 plus... Dex save?
Yeah, Dex
Okay,
save.
so it's a 22. He breaks out and just takes off in a mad sprint. Like he is I want to go from here, and leaves. The other one is stunned on the ground and is just sort of out of it. In Magnolia, it is your turn. You have a polymorphed worm in your hand. There's one that's barely on the ground that looks like it's seen better days, that's roughed up and out of it, but those are the only 2 vamps that are within the vicinity.
I got it.
I'm gonna look at the worm in my hand and just petting it. I'm gonna. If your master sent you, tell him I said hello. If you did this on your own volition, you're a dumbass. And I'm going to set the worm on the ground, and in an hour you're going to turn back. If you come back for me, I will fly you into the sun. I'm going to turn around and walk toward the house.
Okay. You just kind of leave him on the ground. You walk towards the house. Ironwood.
There's one. How far are you from the one that you?
110 feet away.
Right, 110 feet.
I'm way over here.
Now, like, is proximity-wise from you and the other dude, are you guys 5 feet away? You'd say.
I'm on top of him.
I'm gonna use my movement speed to get 30 feet closer.
You can dash and get 60 feet closer.
I'm gonna dash to get 60 feet closer, and then I'm gonna yell because that's a free action.
Okay.
Aye, mate. You better move off of me. And then,
I was gonna.
You know him. You've worked together. You know how he gets, and I just want you to be aware of this because I'm going to give you this as a freebie because it was like, it's not like you guys are just like strangers like, hi, it's nice to meet you. You're Jay and Silent Bob. Like, you work security before, and so I love this, and I love where your head is at, but I just want you to know, like, this dude just ran into a wall at 110 miles to kill this vampire, and you're like, you know what? Maybe we should take a step back from the situation.
No, like,
come on, like.
I was also going to cast Moonbeam and just let him have
Okay, this I get. You're going to hold Moonbeam. This may have been a 1-2 punch that you guys have done before. Like,
I'm gonna take the damage.
Okay. Then he's gonna grab his holy symbol.
You say, take a step back, and he shakes his head, and he's like, no,
and
take
like,
it. You're like,
yep, no, take it. Great. He's gonna grab his holy symbol. He's gonna get right on the ground, and he's gonna flip it over to. Well, he's gonna hold it. He's gonna actually just think of just one specific person. He's gonna cast Moonbeam, which will get me right on target to this vampire, just to light him up.
give me damage. It's an automatic crit, so whatever you roll on this as he is stunned on the ground.
So that is going to be 16, if that's correct.
Yep, that is an automatic crit.
Okay.
You are, does a 16 hit? No, Moonbeam isn't an attack.
Moonbeam is a con of 14.
You need to give me a con save.
Okay, that's fine. Because if this is gonna be the alley-oop, I wanted to use my cool spear to kind of like pin him in the ground. Con save?
Yep.
Yeah.
15.
Nice.
Does that fail?
14.
14.
Good.
You make it, so you take half damage here.
I'll take half damage.
Which is 8. So then if it's crit, then it's going to be 16. Is that what you're saying?
No, if you rolled 16 damage, he takes 32 points of damage.
So the damage is 8, by the way. So
Oh, the damage is 8.
Yes.
So he takes 16, you take 4. You rolled 2d10?
Yeah, so 2d... Or it's that was weird. That came out as 2d6s.
Nope, it's 2d10.
Okay, well, 2d10, that gave me a 5. So...
Even more. You keep the 8.
Yeah. So...
Yeah, I'll say this. He takes 10, you take 3 points of damage. It's not the best alley-oop in the world and things of that sort. But it is an alley-oop.
We tried.
But this beam of moonbeam, this heavenly light, slams down into the two of you and things of that sort. But I'll say this: the moonlight is shining on him. You see him try to kind of shift form, and he is unable to do so, trapped by this. So changing into anything and getting out is not going to work.
Oh, look at that.
I got you, Brad.
Chance gets up. Are you fine?
Yeah.
He is going to dimension door over towards where the vamp is.
Oh, hey, what's up?
By you. And he goes, he's looking at you, and he's looking rough around the edges. He goes, are you going to finish this, or am I?
I would love to. Unless you have a real hatred for it, then.
Just a taste, then.
Okay.
He brings this guy around and lifts him up by the shirt, pries his mouth open like this, and you feel the jaw snap on the vampire as he kind of lifts him up a little bit, and he just stares at him, and this green, emerald green light goes from the vampire into Chance's mouth a little bit, and then he just kind of like tosses him over to you.
Cool.
A little bit. He goes, fine, finish it.
This is the weirdest
I'm gonna
thing today.
I'm gonna pull out the blood spear.
Yeah.
The vampire killing spear.
Yeah.
And he goes, so I've always wanted to try this. Well, ever since I got it. It means this used to kill vampires. So let's see how good it is.
Give me an attack roll.
Patches.
13. Oh, that's a 9. That's a 16.
16 hits. Give me.
2.
Yep.
That's a 5. And then the last one, and then plus 4. We'll do that as well. And that's going to be 8.
8 points of damage?
Yeah.
How do you want to do it?
Oh,
It's just he's trying to simmer out of the moonbeam, and Patches just has the spear in his shoulder, and he's just dissolving in between the spear and the moonbeam.
The spear comes down and slams into this thing's chest, and he gives this hiss, and as he does, it's the weirdest confluence of events you've ever seen in your life. As he hisses like this, the moonbeam reflects off of the spear and reflects off of the tooth of the vampire, shining one pinpoint light going spear tooth into the back of this thing's throat. So as it hisses at you, this thing has the worst luck in the world. As that spear comes down, you feel the energy of the vampire travel up the spear into you. You get
with the spear. I get
roll 2d6. That's how many temporary hit points you get as this vampire explodes into dust in the moonlight.
7 temp HP.
7 temp HP.
Explodes in the dust of the moon.
You are all officially out of combat.
I gotta find the owner of the spear because I'll get more damage if I do.
Only if he gives you his blessing.
Only if he gives me his blessing. But I think if I say, hey, I killed the vampire, would I do that?
Chance goes, everybody inside.
I'm already at the door.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, dear.
Did you guys see? Did you guys see that?
You did amazing, dear.
Did you know what I did?
That was really
You stabbed it real good.
Yep, I stabbed it and I walk in the house.
That's what I saw.
He goes, everybody in.
I walk in.
Yeah, totally.
In. As you get up to the door, he walks up to the front door and he goes, I just need a minute, please. And closes the door on you guys. Front door.
Chance does?
Chance does, okay? Closes the front door and he just starts screaming. And it's loud enough to be heard through the front door, okay? He closes the front door and screams, listen here, you demented son of a bitch. You come for me again, and I will find whatever hole you've dug yourself into, and I will bring unholy daylight to you. Do you understand me? He's like, that is my brother. You touch him again, and no amount of coffins can save you. And just screams this out. And the foundation...
I've seen a moment sometimes.
The foundations of the house shake a little bit with the power of his voice, and as he just opens the door again, and he goes, sorry, better out than in. I just,
Yeah, I feel the same way.
and he runs over to you and wraps Connie into a hug. He kisses Connie on the forehead. It is the most intimate, like brotherly thing you've ever seen in his life. He's wrapped. He runs over. He picks up another coat that's sort of there, and he goes, food, drink. You've got questions. Well, I'm sure. I'm sorry.
Healing word.
Yeah. He goes, this, please. And he will head over into this very large, sort of spacious dining room and see all the food that's there. And he goes, is this too proper? You know what? Picnic. He goes, can we get a little help, please? And these unseen servants come pouring out from every available, like just walking out, each of them having like a little like coat or a piece of clothing on to signify that they're there, and they bring it over and they carry it into the room that's next to it. You see this formal dining room is deconstructed in a few minutes, and you're brought over into a living space that looks much more warm. It's covered in animal furs and things of that sort. The food is placed on the ground. He flicks a hand, and as he does, you see this Rube Goldberg machine the thing happen where like he flicks his hand, and as he does, one of the candle sconces break. The candle falls to the ground and rolls, still lit, and accidentally sets a piece of paper on fire. The paper drifts through the air towards the fireplace, hits the fireplace, and the wood catches and ignites. As that happens, he goes, "It's fine, I just go through more sconces that way." He sits on the ground, and you see a veritable feast. So many burgers, veggie burgers, chicken burgers, cheeseburgers. He's leaned into the trope hardcore, and Ophelia, he kind of looks over at you and he goes, "Oh, sorry, you're brought over this big white piece of parchment with a very cartoonish picture of Strahd on it, and 6 or 7 pieces of wax that are all different colors." And he puts it down.
Second time your character's got a kid's meal.
He puts it down in front of you and he goes, "Please, I've been looking for an opportunity. I just don't."
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Please, everyone, eat. Dig in. I wish I could do more.
No, you've done a lot, but Chance, you don't have to worry so much about me. I can take care of myself, and plus I have my friends. I'm worried about you. Why are the vampires after you? Is it Strahd? Is he after you? He's
I feel like Strahd's after everyone.
Strahd isn't after me. You ever remember what I taught you growing up? Is that if a deal seems too good to be true, it usually is. Strahd's not after me. He's after someone that looks like me. That I think is my dad. Who I never met. Who apparently lives here in Barovia. Who apparently is the spitting image of the previous Burgermeister. And our good buddy Strahd didn't want to shake the apple cart. So he gave me a deal that was so good. He saved me from uncertain death and brought me here, and all I have to do is any time the peasants come around, I put on the voice, I step out, and I talk with them, and I pretend to be my shitheel of a dad. Because if I don't, I'm sent back to that exact moment, and I never get to see you again. So, I got that going for me, which is great.
Well, maybe if we, like, murder the shit out of Strahd.
Because I don't think, in all of our years of traveling together, I don't think I've heard you curse one time.
Oh, ever since I played beer pong with Pyre.
You played what? With who?
Oh, my friend Pyre. Where did Pyre go?
They needed to go back to the Vistani camp.
Okay, she's probably playing beer pong right now.
You're the best friends he's ever had.
They're kind of the only friends I've ever had.
This is great.
Broke a wall.
You did. You ran straight into wall. I don't know how I'm going to fix it, but are you all right?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
You just coughed blood, just a wee bit.
Spit out too.
Does this look infected?
Can I help? I mean, I'm pretty good at healing too.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Cure
Holes in my
Wounds.
neck. Please.
Oh, yeah.
That's gonna be. Oh, that was a nice roll. That's 12 points. That was an 8.
I can't offer much when it comes to hospitalities. I've got servants, but I never see any of them. And as you can see, they're a font of conversation. As they're just these invisible, unseen servants. He goes, I've got food. I've got a place for you all to stay for the time being. Unfortunately, I have to keep up appearances, so it can't be a permanent thing. But honestly, I'd trade 1,000 years to be able to see you again. I didn't think it'd ever happen.
No.
Is she with you? Do you have her too?
She's gone. I was going to ask you if maybe you saw her, but
Hey.
Things went bad, and when you left,
Hey.
she wasn't okay anymore. And then and so she started to do really bad things, and then she had to leave. And
Who is she?
left me, and I couldn't
Magnolia
protect
just
her.
puts a hand on his shoulder, just like very calmly, just calm.
Okay. It's okay.
It's okay now, though. Yeah, you're here, and maybe we can find her again.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah, maybe that's why we're all here, and maybe she's gonna be here somewhere. And if we just search, we can find her.
Connie and I had a sister of sorts. It's the three of us, thick as thieves. We're all a little different, as you can tell. But I thought she was. Where we came from, it doesn't matter, because it's not where we came from, it's where we went together. So, but you're here, and you've taught him beer pong and how to curse, which is great. Strahd is a right git. We can agree.
He killed Mr. Parnham. He killed a bunch of people at the circus, and he killed Ophelia a bunch of times.
Oh yeah,
She keeps coming back as something different, though.
it's true. I
pretty
look
cool.
a little. I'm kind of wooden right now.
It's not your true form.
Oh no, normally I'm purple.
I got you covered. He goes, this was a gift apparently left to me by my old man. And he walks away from the room for a second and comes back in with this giant circular ball. Inside of this ball is this black rock, as this lamp has moving bits of what appear to be lava in it. The lava goes around the ball, and for lack of a better term, it's a lava lamp. It's emitting soft glow. He goes, it's in the house, but I have it on good faith that if you rest by it or in its presence, if you're not normally this particular form or figure, after a long rest, you're going to resort back to what you were before.
I like that. I feel like I haven't had a rest in a long time.
Sure.
Really long time.
Sure. No, burgers, drinks. Does anyone want to drink? Does anyone want to get very drunk?
This big hand
Yeah,
just comes out.
not you. Milkshakes. Yeah, but yes, drinks. Perfect. I've got whiskey, and I've
Do you have anyone to contact outside, Barovia? I'm sorry.
not particularly. What's she looking for?
And she like is holding on to the time, like, or she's shaking, like this is the first time she's being able to process what's happening.
It's all right.
Strahd told me my daughter's going to die in 6 days.
He tends to lie about a lot of things. How
Yes.
positive are you that this is actually a thing?
So my daughter is as.
I can try.
What do you mean you can try?
Well, I've been told that mists are everywhere, so maybe I could give it a swing.
Give me a day first. He goes, all right, you invisible lot. You're not much for conversation, but I know you can move your feet. You got 24 hours. I want you scanning all of Barovia, listening to every conversation that anyone has ever in all of these abodes. You have 24 hours, and then you're to report back to me with any information. What's her name?
Holly.
Holly. Any information about Holly, what she looked like.
She's a half tiefling, half satyr, pink fur. She dies that way. I didn't tell her to stop.
It's fine. We all had our pink fur face. He used to wear vest constantly, just always about.
Yeah, vest.
I know, but you had to wear like a long shirt over it, or just anyway. Yes, Holly, pink fur and thing.
Curly horns.
Yeah, perfect.
Bard, like me.
That's all right. No. Yeah, Bard, perfect. I'll send them out looking. All right, give me at least 24 hours. All right, rest here. They'll come back.
Did he show any reaction to when Connie said Pyre's name?
No.
Okay.
He goes, oh, ha, are you ready for this? Get ready for this. One of you stay. Where's, Steve, stay. Go get me the paintings from the drawing room. He goes, one at a time. He's like, you're gonna lose your mind. And he comes in with a painting. Okay. One of the invisible servants all go pouring out of the house. You're all sitting there eating. He goes and gets drinks and things of that sort. You get a heaping glass. He pours it in like a goblet. You know what I mean? Like he pours one in a shot glass, drinks it, and then pours you a goblet. And like for everybody, he pours himself a drink first and then hands over a drink. He comes in with a painting of Ironwood. He comes in with this painting of Ironwood in tree form, okay, and the body of an individual leaning against Ironwood's trunk, fully decked out in armor, wearing a holy symbol that you have seen Ironwood wear before. He goes, "Is that you?"
First off, mate, is that me behind him or that person leaning up against it?
Either one. That's you, though, in the painting.
I ask you again. The one he's leaning on, or the person leaning?
I don't know. I just recognize the symbol.
If you look past the person leaning, that's me in the picture.
And he looks over and he goes, "You're the tree." Clever. No, that's great. He goes, "And there's one of you as well." And he shows you. He brings out a picture of you. Brings out a picture of you, Ophelia, and Ophelia's like, Ophelia's floating above this very fancy party in a mermaid tail.
Oh my god.
Floating above, like this crown on, like, but seemingly everybody in the party is in fancy dress and they're looking up and they're holding drinks and things of that sort. And she's just floating above, and half of the audience is looking up at her in this fancy dress, and the other half is looking over to the side where an elephant has just crashed through a buffet table, like, and things of that sort.
I remember that.
He goes, "Is that you?"
Yeah, that's me.
And he goes, "You," and he's like, "This is idyllic." And he pulls out this picture of you sitting on your front porch, kind of looking up at the night sky and things of that sort. And he goes, and you. He snaps his fingers and another painting is brought out, and it's you it's Magnolia in a very large auditorium with individuals gathered all around and sort of looking down at her. And Magnolia is in chains. Chains here, and connected to the ground and things of that sort. As the chains are there, and a demonic figure is standing next to her, tiefling in form. And you don't recognize this scene whatsoever. But the entire area is carved in ice. Chains around her wrist, snapped to the ground. He goes, "And that's you, right?"
Where did you get this?
"Well, they were left here for me. Sort of a housewarming present." That, and he brings out another picture, and it is him in a field looking down at this small fire genasi that's looking up at him like this, and he's just leaning over her smiling like this, and she's reaching a hand out like as if to say like take my hand and things of that sort. And he goes, "That's the only one that I don't recognize."
But isn't that you in the pit? That's Pyre. Looks like a baby Pyre.
Does it? Oh, is that Pyre?
Yeah. That's, well, maybe. I mean, she's little.
Yeah.
But is that you in the picture too?
No. It's spitting image, isn't it?
Maybe it was your dad?
He's a conqueror. Well, less of a conqueror. more of a shithead.
Yeah.
Anybody that gets the moniker Impaler is not going to be the best guy in the world. So, all right. Well, rest. As long as you need. But any of you that want to go back to whatever forms you were in before, rest within the light of the lamp of sorts.
So Ironwood's gonna get close to the lamp. Are there any is there any vegetation, plants, anything that's
around the house?
That's in this room or
yeah, I mean there's occasional potted plants and things like that.
Sure, yeah. It'll be just one of those things where Ironwood just goes to where he can have his back face the party and then just go up to one of the potted plants and then talk to his passenger.
Okay.
And just whispers hey mate, go out. Wherever she is, I need you to find her.
Who?
Aye mate. You know who.
It's gonna take some energy.
That's alright.
Okay.
Give my love.
-7 to your next saving throw.
Oof. Once he leaves, once we have the room to ourselves.
Do you request that? He's going to stay in here and drink, but you could act honestly. Do you say that?
I don't want to spoil the mood at the moment, so he'll wait.
You can do it. I mean, good.
No, it's more that he wants to talk to the party without an audience. So.
Okay, I'll say this. He goes, clothing. You'll probably need a fresh pair of clothes and things of that sort. Why don't I give you the room for a bit, and you all can have a bit of a convo. All right? He nods at you all, and he goes, "I'll be back. If you need it, the water closet is down the hall." And he nods at everyone and shuts the double doors of the study. The only thing in there is the crackling of the fire and the rest of the party.
Pyro's gonna follow him out.
In spider form? Yeah, absolutely. I'll say it's not even a stealth. There's lots of spiders in here. You have a few of them that come up to you and be like, "New kid, what's up? Do you even go here?" As you just sort of follow him up. We'll deal with that in a second as the rest of the party's in the room.
Pat just kind of just hyperventilates for a second because it's finally kind of hit him. He goes, "Guys, we need to talk. We really need to talk."
Okay.
Just mate.
So you guys weren't there because you guys bamped out, and I get that. I'm not gonna bring that up. But remember when we said that hey, Strahd might know that guy? Strahd might know the person in the basement.
Yeah.
Well, Strahd did.
What you mean, mate?
You guys bamped. I was there. He knelt to that lich or whatever that was, and basically offered me a sacrifice. So
See how well that worked?
I see how well that worked, and well, we'll get to that in a moment. But
Magnolia's eye trained on this painting. She's just staring at it.
we don't like Strahd, right? We don't trust him.
Mr. Parnham.
We don't like Strahd, right?
First of all, look at how many times he's off there, and I'm going to take
so
me.
I'm gonna ask one question, and hopefully I can get some answers from this. If we don't like Strahd, why have we trusted him twice to save our lives? Why have we trusted him twice to save our lives? You guys, that magic spell, that was Strahd, right? That wasn't any one of us.
Didn't know who it was. I knew it was getting out of there.
That's way too strong for any one of us, and I don't blame you for taking it. You know, Pyre was on death's door, and we were outnumbered, outgunned. I get it, but maybe we should start trusting in our own ability a little bit more before we go and asking people, or before we go trusting other people that we don't necessarily like. I trust you guys much more than I trust Strahd.
I mean, to be fair, we've had a big cat god that has resurrected us a whole bunch of times, me in particular, and I thought maybe it could have been him or something else powerful. I mean, we've had a lot of powerful help, so.
And that's fair. I just think for the now, and I don't want to bring up anything about your buddy, but it just seems very convenient that we walk out of Death House, we find Chance, and then vampires immediately want to kill him. I get it. We're in a weird place with weird people. But maybe we should start relying on our own for a little bit more of things instead of working for the divine, instead of working out to the supernatural. Maybe, I don't know about you, but I'd rather have one hand on the carriage and run off the cliff than have no hand on the carriage and run into a beholder.
So next time I die, I should stay dead?
No, I'm just saying maybe the magic we accept next time is from our own hands, not from somebody else.
But it seems just as well that we might end up in like more dire circumstances if that's the case, mate. Right? I mean.
But I'd rather go out on my own terms than somebody else's.
Well,
Because had that teleport spell gone off, and it could have gone anywhere. It could have gone anywhere.
How did you beat the Lich?
He puts his hand up and he goes, the beholder that I made a deal with.
I missed.
He doesn't. Apparently, I am claimed by whatever that creature is.
This may sound like a dumb question, but isn't thou a very powerful being that you put your faith and your trust in to be magical and help you out?
That's why I'm bringing this up, because I'm second guessing myself.
Oh, are you going to break your deal with him?
No, because I think we need it. I think we need it eventually. But
So how do we know what powerful beings we're supposed to trust and which powerful beings we're not supposed to trust?
Well, let's make a deal here. I think we can all agree. Let's not trust Strahd. Let's instead murder him till he's dead next time we see him, okay?
So
that sounds like a good idea.
So you want to do it and kill him until he dies from it?
I mean, like, rip his head off and cut his limbs to pieces and stab his heart many, many times.
I like where you're going, but you're kind of freaking me out just a little bit. And he looks over at Magnolia and goes, and you got kids, yeah, that are going on with this. What do you think?
What do you mean?
You seem to be on the best relations with the guy. Do you trust it? I mean, I know it's kind of a hard question to ask. Do you trust if someone told you that my kid's dying? That's a weird statement I just said. But I just want to make sure that we're not being blinded by something. Everything wants to kill us. And I know I said everything didn't want to kill us when we first got here, but I'm really retracting my previous statement.
I don't trust him.
Okay. He goes, that's all I need to say. That was my piece.
Then roll in this together, right?
Yeah.
And he looks at Magnolia and he says something in Sylvan.
Right.
Like just like words like a very shot to you only under the breath.
And you're glared at.
Just like a,
you are glared
it's
at.
like a over here. Like,
Secrets don't make friends. This thing.
They don't.
By the way, where's Pyre?
Where is Pyre?
Where in the world is Pyre?
Where in the world is...
That your Genasi. Chance goes up to the second floor, and you're just sort of chugging along and things of that sort. You're moving a little slow, but like even closed doors and things of that sort. Chance will eventually go into a bedroom, and as he does, he will begin the process of and stripping, and taking the clothes. And as he does, he's just gingerly. You see that his body is beaten. He has the burn marks from the from a what spell did you cast? Guiding bolt. He's got the burn marks from the guiding bolt that never hit him. He's also got a few other smacks, bludgeoning hits from the tentacles and things of that sort. And he kind of rubs his arms a little bit to bring the circulation back into them, as they're looking a little worn and things of that sort. His body is covered in bruises and cuts and things of that sort as he goes over and sort of changes clothes and things of that sort. He sits on the bed and looks about the space. Doesn't spot you, and pulls out a mirror from underneath his bed, and holds the mirror up, and the mirror activates, and you're not able to see what's on the other side of it. As he goes, yes, yeah, they're here. No, I don't. I understand. No, they're safe. She's safe. I'm not sure about that one. Halfway. Understood. I said I understood. Fine. It still stands between you and I. You understand that? They're coming for her. And then he takes the mirror and just slams it down on the bed and flops backward, like hands in his hair and things of that sort.
I couldn't hear the voice that he was talking to.
No.
Guys are gonna go.
I know.
Secret Agent Spider over there.
Buy a tire.
Secret Agent.
He's leaning on the bed and he hits it hard and he's just sort of like he's asleep. Like you can hear he's just the exhaustion of the day hits. He was going to change clothes. He's changed clothes. He hits on the bed and he's just asleep. The mirror is next to him on the bed.
Ooh.
She's gonna drop wild shape.
Okay, in the space.
And she's going.
Right, kill him now.
She is going to kick his foot to wake him up and perch kind of on the edge of the bed.
What a
Okay.
terrifying thing to wake up to.
Good morning.
The house is on fire. Oh God, you're on fire. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're fire genasi. Okay.
A stroke? Is that burned toast?
You kick his foot to wake him up. And as it does, his body sits up like this from the back and things of that sort. And the head turns to you. And the eyes open. And the eyes are replaced by the green humanoid eyes that you saw before and are just pure green.
You're not too looking for, are you?
No, I'm not, dearie.
Oh God, I hate this.
Can you bring him out? I'd like to speak with him.
Anything that you want to say to him, you can say to
Who
me.
are you?
I'm a goddess.
Oh.
Got it.
So if you want to speak to my husband, you can speak to me.
Your husband. You're married. You're in the same body.
We're betrothed.
Betrothed. Got it. I just want to speak with him because I met him before you did, and I want to see if he in particular recognizes me. Look, I have no issues with you whatsoever. I respect you, you're a goddess. I have no problems with you. I just want to have a conversation.
You're very pretty.
Thank you.
I will let you speak to him. I just want to play a quick game.
What are the terms of this game? I'm not giving my consent yet.
But you'll play?
Not until I hear the terms, and then, if I like them, I shall decide to play.
The body's arm stretches out, and as it does, a deck of cards flies across the room into the outstretched hand. And as she takes it, she throws the deck of cards into the air. The cards float in the air, swirling about the space, forming a cloud that encompasses the entirety of the room. As the cards dart and move about the space, it is just a cloud of them. And she goes, "Let's make it easy. High card wins."
I'm assuming you're the goddess of luck.
I'm a lady, aren't I?
Yes, and luck
Oh,
be
yeah,
lady.
that's it.
However, I feel as if getting into a game of chance with you wouldn't really be fair, would it? You have a bit of an advantage over me.
Do I? Are you calling me unfair?
Oh.
No, it just seems like you're sort of really put off by me. And I just met you, not quite sure why you have it out for me. I have no problem with you. Again, I
You
would like to
come
speak
into
to you.
my house, sneak into my husband's room, my betrothed, in your little spider form. I invite you to play a game with hospitality, and you question whether my intentions are right or
You're
not?
getting with me right now simply because I don't want to play a game, because I have been dealing with Strahd this entire time.
Strength saving throw.
Hey, man, what's tired?
I said she went back to the Thani camp.
He said out loud.
I said 11.
You need to understand something. As the cards begin to swirl about the space, the cards form into a giant fist. The cards floating and coalescing into a spot. As that fist of cards comes closer to you and be like, ask me how much it would hurt if I were to crush your chest right now.
I just want to ask him a question. Will you give me permission to leave then? I have clearly bothered you.
You know what might help? Knocking on the door.
I will do that next time. I apologize for invading your space. And I humbly retract my actions.
The cards fly into the deck, and as they do, you see her go, I was just protecting you. You don't need to get... Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't sleep. I'm sorry. I didn't know she was... I wouldn't have... I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Are you alright? You alright?
Do you know who I am?
Yes? You're
yes,
Pyre?
you do. So do you know who I am?
You were a spider. I was watching firsthand, and then you weren't a spider. You like spiders?
Can I roll, I guess, perception, insight?
Give me an insight check.
I've been rolling so bad today. Everything is terrible.
Everything's terrible.
That's another 11.
He doesn't recognize you.
Where's your father?
I don't know. Probably having the time of his life, drinking whatever alcohol he wants in a non-shithole town.
You've no idea where he is?
No, I could say it again, slower, in a different voice. I don't know where he is.
Don't patronise me.
Don't patronise you. You're broken into my home. My wife almost killed you just now.
Do you know what your father did?
Many things. What do you want a list?
That lamp downstairs. Do you know where you got it from?
No, probably one of the many civilizations that he killed, murdered, and slaughtered.
Yeah, one of mine.
You're the wee one.
Yes.
Look, I'm sorry. You're not the first. You won't be the last. I can apologize for what my parents did, if you like. I can assure you that as rough as he was with you and whatever he did to you, he was probably 3 times as like that with me. I can apologize until the sun crashes into the sea, but it's not going to mean anything, and it's not going to take the hurt back that he did to you or your family.
And you have no idea where he is. You can't tell me where to find him.
No. If you find him, please let me know. I'd like to have a conversation with him. And so would my wife.
How do I know you're telling the truth?
You don't. I didn't know I needed to check for spiders. It's Barovia. We're chock-a-block with them.
I'm taking back that lamp. That doesn't belong to you.
You can't.
Why?
It doesn't leave the house.
It doesn't leave the house.
No. I mean, you could try. It doesn't leave the house. It's part of the house. It's part of...
It's part of me. And I would like to go take a look at it.
You're welcome to.
That is my property. It's my people's property.
You can stay here as long as you like. You can be around the lamp as long as you like, but you can't take it from the house. I'm not saying that as a threat or nothing like that. I'm just saying you can't take it out. Study it, explore it, take back what's yours. That's fine. I didn't hurt you. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry.
I need you to know that if I find your father, I'm going to kill him.
Not if I beat you there first.
Well, it's a race then.
Good luck.
Good luck to you too.
I don't need it.
And she's going to walk out and walk down to that lamp.
He picks up a shoe and kills every available spider in the room.
She turns around. No, I'm just kidding.
After a bit of time, After the conversation ends and things of that sort, the doors open. You expect to see him walk in, but instead Pyre walks into the room.
Ah, there she is.
Hey, where'd you come from?
She's just gonna walk right to that lamp.
Yep.
She in a mode.
Yep. You walk up to the lamp.
Probably.
Do I feel anything from it, or is it protected that it's
Heat.
encased? Can I do an investigation check to see if I break the casing that it's in, if it's possible?
You can certainly try. Give me an investigation check.
Does this thing have to be intact for us to be turned back to our original selves?
You would imagine so. She walks forward and just begins investigating the globe itself.
It's a 9.
It's a 9. You're looking at it. You see this thing has got sigils on it, runes and things of that sort carved into the glass, like and things of that sort. Like but you're not sure. I mean, it looks crystalline. It looks breakable.
Mm-hmm.
What are you looking at, Pyre? Do you need some help? Can I help you?
He said that lamp would change us back tonight.
We're all kind of depending on it.
This is mine.
Well, fair enough. But
Fair enough.
Good. So
No
you
questions. All right.
take it with you. Then
Is
anytime
what
we
he's
die,
saying
we can
true?
change back to ourselves.
What?
Is what he's saying true about the fire?
About the what?
The fire changing them back? Because I would know.
Would you?
I'm pretty sure.
What was your job with the civilization? What was your goal? What was your personality? Tell me that.
Like literally tell you that right now, or
How about this? OOC.
Mhm.
Were you engaged with your community, or were you a fire starter, pistol troublemaker that didn't have the time of day?
yeah.
If you were into the inner workings of how everything was, I will grant you this, and I'll even give you an Arcana check right now.
No, not until everything happened, but she still has to find that connection.
Hindsight.
With it again, so yeah.
Or a campaign.
She's gonna say, you can all sleep by it tonight, but I'm holding on to it.
yes.
I don't think anyone was thinking about taking it. So.
No, but this thing ought to be protected because
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to be like this forever. I choose to be how I was, not how I am now.
Yes, well, you can use it to heal, but it's not a weapon. It's a living thing. It is special. It is not something to just be taken advantage of.
Well, of course not, but
Can I see it? I don't need to touch it. I just examine it.
Yeah.
I'd like to do an Arcana check on this.
Yeah, man. Give me an Arcana check. What are the rest of you doing as she comes into the space? Like, you're looking for any of these invisible servants to come back? Like, you're just drinking that good drink?
I'm trying to
I
get
am-
my max HP back by drinking.
You're like, maybe my HP's at the bottom of this bottle. Yeah.
Desperately trying to remember this painting. Like, desperately. Because it's freaking me out.
Yeah. It's definitely where you think it is.
Yeah, is this the
It's definitely
who
got-
I think it is?
It's definitely the heart. The tiefling is exactly who you think it is. And you have seen this space before, but never from that area.
I've never been in that spot.
But never from that area shackled.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Is Chance in this space?
Not yet. I will give it a couple of minutes while you're coming in while he's doing the Arcana
I got
check.
a
What?
21.
21. This thing is laced. You're normally used to seeing like little sigils and runes and stuff like that. This is weird. Her shadow starts flipping out. You start going over to this and you're stuck in the runes and the shadow's kind of peeking over your shoulder and it goes,
Oh, okay. First word. Time.
and as soon as she goes time, she looks over at you and she goes, and then you start looking at it and you go, oh, you have no experience. This is chronomancy. This is a time thing. Like this thing is laced with time magic, like up the wazoo. And she goes, she like the shadow like claps their hands and stuff like that. And she goes, she picks up like a ball of shadow, like, and it looks like the globe itself, and she takes it, she goes, and slams the ball into the ground. As she slams the ball back into the ground, the shadow morphs into that of like a little baby that's in swaddling clothes and just going, wah, like laying on the ground, trying to help with that, like as it breaks and shakes and stuff like that, and then the shadow kind of comes back out and like looks over at you. And
I think what he's trying to say is it's chronergy magic that actually it might restore you to a previous form, but it also might make you younger, decrease your age, could even turn you into a baby.
Or before you.
She shakes her head, and then she kind of beelines towards Etheria again, and she goes, globe up.
Globe up. Throw it down like a ball.
Okay, and then instead of her turning into the baby, she has the globe turn into a baby. She steps back, and that globe smashes into the ground, and then
It's an egg.
like, and goes like this, like the baby's on the ground, and she looks at you and like points at the globe at the little baby that's on the ground, and she's like,
The person doesn't get younger, the time gets younger, the time goes backwards.
It's an
Circle.
egg.
No.
No.
First word. Circle. Second word. Throw.
Smash.
Drop. Smash. Break. 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 Yes. Third word. Circle. Baby.
and she shakes her head. She goes, circle, break, circle, baby.
Circle, break, circle, baby.
We break it and
If you break it, then it births something. There's something inside of it that's is born, like an egg, or
Okay.
How are you gonna let us break this?
She goes to you and she wraps Etheria up in shadow. Okay, she goes over towards Etheria, and Etheria, you feel this like cold shadow like come all over you and stuff like that. Okay, Etheria, you go over towards where a vase is. Okay, you feel your body being puppeted. The thing picks up the vase. Okay, as it picks up the vase, it shows the vase to everybody in the room. Okay, as it does, she takes the vase and smashes the vase into the ground. As that happens, bits of shadow take that vase as it smashes into the ground and instantly takes all of the pieces and zips them back across the room. Right to the back of the room where the vase manifests and is pieced together again where it was before.
It reverses time. It heals things. It puts things back together.
She goes, like heal. She makes a little like H. And then goes, not things.
People.
Heals circle.
It heals the time. The circle. It heals the circle.
What? Maybe the flow of things.
the circle of time.
Insight.
God, please help.
Circle
Puzzles for
of
toddlers.
life.
Oh,
Have the dog ring the bell. It's good though. It's a 21.
Circle, break. Circle is the healed thing, right?
Yes.
So what she's saying is, as the vase breaks, as soon as that vase breaks, the vase is back where it started again, fully formed. This circle doesn't set something free or heal something. Whatever the circle is going to return to the origin point. So,
it's a
fire,
cycle.
break. This is not the fire that has been this whole time. This is the fire from that moment. So once the glass breaks, the fire zips back to the origin point, which is their village, back to there. So this fire is not going to stay there where the lava's just there. Once this dome breaks, the time spell holding it in place breaks, and it goes zipping back to its origin point. You kept going, heal us, heal baby, and she goes, no, heal the circle. Whatever the circle is, it heals that. Because once this breaks, it goes zipping back to its origin point.
So it wouldn't stay here.
It would not stay
take
here.
it out of the building because if it breaks, it disappears.
Right. It sets in that this is a thing that can, over time, should you pass, should you get hurt, can reset you. But breaking the spell, breaking the case, you will never be connected to this ever again.
But it'll go back.
But it'll go back. The next generation will have it. But you will never have this again, and neither will the party. Whatever spells are holding this in place, whatever powers are accessible from it.
She's gonna summon Agni.
Okay?
And just this is just for her. She's just gonna have Agni. She's just gonna show it to Agni.
Okay. Agni's trying to get inside.
Agni's like, heck yeah!
Agni's like, oh sweet, I know this guy. This dude's a party animal. Love me some fire, baby. Agni's crawling all over this ball, like trying to like get inside. And it's like looking back at you, like, Mom, let's go.
This.
Agni came from this.
Yeah.
So if you get separated from the source, you're not sure if Agni's going with it.
Ooh.
And Agni just doesn't understand. Like, Agni's the fire spirit. He's just like, Mom, let's do this. Let's go. And it's just swarming all over this thing, like trying to like bonk its little head, its little snake head against the globe.
This is really important to my people. This is sort of my heart. This is everything that is me. I know you need to heal. I'll allow you to sleep by it tonight. And then in the morning I'm going to make a decision. And I would like you to leave this decision to me, please.
It's your people. It's yours.
Yeah.
That sounds fair.
I would.
As long as I'm back as I was, I'm alright.
Chance kind of walks into the space and just kind of leans up against the wall.
Patches?
I mean, it's up to you, man. I got no dog in this fight. I just would like to be back as I was.
Thank you, everyone.
I still want to be a dwarf.
I just this point of view just doesn't do it for me anymore.
Sleep by it tonight. But I will be watching it.
I feel like I should tell you that she's saying with no endless amount of glee. I'm not really sure what the conversation was, but you realize that this is a flame,
Yes.
and that it will go back to where it was, but your flame is connected to it, and there's a solid chance that if you put this out, you could lose your fire as well.
Yes, but I had a purpose, and I neglected that, and now I'm getting a second chance to do something right for my people. So I don't sleep on it.
This is sacred.
Yes.
I did make grilled cheese. I just feel like it was only one time.
You used this flame to make grilled cheese.
But it was it was very good, and I did not know that it was sacred to your people. I was just like, hey, hot ball, like I didn't know, and I apologize. I can apologize to the. Should I apologize to the ball?
No, I'm just as good. You apologized. You came clean.
I did.
If you make me a grilled cheese sandwich, we will forgive you.
Can I use the ball?
No.
I didn't know if you wanted like this. I didn't know if that's why it tasted so good. It's like, divine grilled cheese. Like, I just didn't know.
Grilled cheeses.
Hey, Chance, you know what goes great with grilled cheese?
What?
Beer. You got any cups and little balls that we can bounce and play some beer pong?
You're the one who taught him beer pong.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, and he's not even thinking about it. He comes over to where you are, and just he's wrapped up in the day and stuff like that. He goes to hug you. Yeah.
Flames go up, and she says,
we're not there yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. It's too soon. I realize that now. Grilled cheese for everyone, beer in cups and little bowls. Yeah, absolutely. And he goes, Juice?
You said something about milkshakes?
Milkshakes, it is, yeah.
Okay.
I got that.
Got it.
I got this little ice ball that...
Oh,
Never mind. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's good. You'd be surprised the amount of stuff. And he heads back into the back area. Makes
I know I will remember.
comes back out with cups and beer and things of that sort, and plenty of pillows and things of that sort, so that everyone can set up here and things of that sort.
Snape's got everlasting gobstopper elemental orbs.
Yeah, it's just like haven't found the use of the sand one, but one day. And
And gets everywhere.
all of you spend the night playing beer pong, having grilled cheese,
Fantastic.
having beer. You take a long rest.
I don't sleep.
You don't sleep. You take a point of exhaustion as you're just staring at the painting.
I'm waiting for something about my daughter. She
I support this.
She would not sleep.
Can I talk to her during that watch?
You can, and we'll end the episode here, starting back up with the watch again. As
I just want to say before we end it,
Yeah.
Pyre wants to go over to that painting and ask Chance, do you have any attachment to this?
to the painting.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a nice frame.
I have it.
The frame or the painting?
The painting.
Oh yeah, sure. Take the painting.
Would you like the frame? You want to keep it? Yeah.
You know what? I ate a holy grilled cheese. You can have the frame as well. It was a good grilled Jesus, but it wasn't.
She's gonna snap her fingers and produce flame and light the painting on fire. Outside. Maybe.
Could
We're in
we?
a wood building.
We are in a wood building. I'm going to ask if you've set any other paintings on
control
fire. Oh, okay.
I can control flames.
No. Oh, that's
Literally
nice.
fire, yeah.
I've got luck. I
Yeah.
control luck and
Good.
things like that.
Yeah,
so-
I met her.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
I broke a wall.
Yes, we're aware.
Oh, thank God.
That was
Are you-
pretty badass.
It was. Are you going to patch
Very
it?
badass.
Nice patches,
Oh my
mate.
God.
And that is where we roll. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, gang. We had a little bit of a combat session. We had some character development and things of that sort. Next week,
Panic.
next week we begin the search for Magnolia's kid and things of that sort. It's going to be a little 3 or 4 episode arc of tracking down exactly what's happening and things of that sort. We're going to get a little like frantic and
it
fast
is
and stuff like that. We also have a very big decision that's going to be made next week and things of that sort. So we love you so much. Remember, you can be anything you want to be except for Strahd, because Strahd Sux. Our hands out, kids. And we gonna go rate Dice on Parole. Dice on Parole. Yeah, we love you guys.